Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully, everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to be looking through these half dollars right here that you see in front of you. Most of them are the Kennedy half dollars, but we've got a couple Walking Liberties and a Benjamin Franklin half dollar as well, which we'll quickly talk about, and then get into these ones right here, which are the Kennedy half dollars. These are all nice special coins that you should hang on to if you find them in your pocket change because they have silver in them. So they'll be worth a certain amount for their coin collecting ability, but also for their metal content. None of these are made anymore for general circulation because it is far too expensive to make these with the current prices of silver compared to the actual value of the coin. So let's flip these over. I have them in order from oldest to youngest coin. So we're going to start off this one right here with the Walking Liberty. The Walking Liberty half dollar is made from 1916 to 1947. And we'll go through the Walking Liberty and the Benjamin Franklin half dollar rather quickly, so that way we can get to the Kennedy half dollar, which are much more common coins, a little bit later in the video. All right, so we've got the Walking Liberty half dollar right here. You can see that this one was made in 1940. They were made from 1916 to 1947. Now, this 1940 right here actually did have decently high mintage to it, considering the time. There were 9,156,000 of these that were made at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, as far as the metal content of these Walking Liberty half dollar goes, they are 90% silver, meaning that they currently have a melt value to them of about $8.32. Now, you're not going to go out melting these coins down to get the actual silver content from them, but that will serve as kind of the base level to determine their value, and then they'll go up in value from that depending on how good of a condition coin they are. Now, this one's rather worn out. You can see the finer details in the eagle's wings on the background are kind of faded because those are the high point in the coin. So this one right here is not going to be worth a lot based on the coin collecting ability, the condition of the coin, but it will still be worth a decent amount based on the metal content. Now we move on to the next one right here. The next year, 1941. Now this one is in much nicer condition. You can see it's still got a lot of finer details in the lines on the obverse side of the coin right here. As far as the mintage go for 1941, we bumped up from 9 million, which I mentioned for the 1940, up to 24,192,000 of these were made at the Philadelphia Mint. They also made them at the Denver Mint, 11 million, and 8 million at the San Francisco Mint that year. So they had a lot of these that they were making in 1941. Another Walking Liberty right here, 1943. Mintages on this, 53 million for the Philadelphia Mint, 11 million for the Denver, and 13 million for the San Francisco. So this one's certainly less rare than the first one we talked about, but it is in nicer condition. All right, and then we transition to this one right here. The Franklin half dollar was made for just a short period of time, from 1948 until 1963. After that, Kennedy was assassinated, and they decided to put him on the half dollar instead of Benjamin Franklin right here. So the Franklin half dollars made from 1948 to 1963. These are going to have the same specifications of being 90% silver as the Walking Liberty half dollars that we were looking at earlier, and they will have relatively high mintages on these ones as well. So in 1961, there are 8,290,000 of these made at the Philadelphia Mint, and another 20,276,000 made at the Denver Mint. Now, this might be the first time you've been seeing these, so I'll flip it over for you. You can see the obverse side there, and now the reverse side of the coin right here. The nice Liberty Bell right there on the back. You can see the crack going through it, the design, or not the design, but the crack that was formed in the Liberty Bell. E pluribus unum, you've got the eagle on the right side. Ben Franklin, a big supporter of the eagle. All right, so we've got this 1961 right here. Again, this is 90% silver. We've got a 1963 right here, another 90% silver coin. These are all going to be silver half dollars until we get to the year 1965. So we've got 1963 Ben Franklin right here. We'll flip it over to the reverse side. As far as the year 1963, there were 22 million of these made at the Philadelphia Mint, and 67, wow, that's a lot, made at the Denver Mint. So 22 at the Philadelphia, 22 at the Philadelphia, 67 at the Denver. All right, now we're into our first Kennedy half dollars. We've got this 1964, which I'm going to split. We've got two of them. I'll split these two to the left side, and then we'll have the other silver Kennedy half dollars on the right. Now, there's a very important distinction to make between the 1964 Kennedy half dollars and then the Kennedy half dollars that were made from 1965 until 1970. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar, these two on the left right here, these are still going to be made with 90% silver. However, when we go from 1965 to 1970, these ones on the right, these are only going to have 40% silver. So these ones on the left have 90% silver, 10% copper. The ones on the right have 40% silver, 60% copper. So they're both going to have a face value of 50 cents, but these ones on the left are going to have $8.32 worth of silver in them, and the ones on the right are going to have $3.46. So about double the value of silver from these ones right here to these ones right here. So the collectability of these for both coin collectors and people collecting silver is going to be much higher than these ones right here. But nonetheless, definitely hang on to either of these, because if they're worth $8.30 based on the silver, or if they're worth $3.47 based on the silver over here, that is still going to be worth a lot more than the 50-cent face value of the coins. And of course, they're worth more to coin collectors than just based on their silver content, because they are rare as well, based on kind of the low mintage of the coin. All right, let's flip these over right here so you can see the reverse side of these coins. These ones happen to be in pretty good shape. These two 1964s on the left right here. You can see the engraver's initials, FG, E pluribus unum. All right, and back to these 1965 to 1970, these are going to be the ones that are just the 40% silver coins. So we'll flip through these quickly. Then I'll also show some that were made after 1970, so you can kind of see the differential between the silver and then the copper nickel clad ones. So we've got 1965, 1967, 1968. Now, keep in mind, there weren't any mint marks from 65 to 67 because there was a coin shortage. And then the mint marks come back in 1968. So we've got the D for Denver right there. And then we've got another 1968 Denver Mint half dollar. All right, now let's bring in some of the copper nickel clad ones. So this one is going to be the bicentennial half dollar. And then we flip it over on its side. We can see that the bicentennial half dollar made in 1976, that is going to be a copper nickel clad, so there's going to be no silver in it. And you can see on the very edge of the coin, the rim of the coin, that there is the copper nickel showing the copper showing through. And then the silver one right here doesn't have any copper showing through it at all. So we've got the bicentennial, which will have a different design on the reverse side of it. You have the Independence Hall on the reverse side. And then after 1976, we go back to the normal design of the Kennedy half dollar, which I've got a kind of a whole stack of them right here. These ones are much easier to find because they don't have any silver in them. So we've got 1985, flip it over to that reverse design right here. 2007, so a more modern one. The mintages on this are going to be a little bit lower because people, they stopped producing as much of the Kennedy half dollars because they weren't as popular for circulation, because they are pretty heavy coins and take up a big portion of your pocket. So 2007 is going to have some pretty low mintage to it. We've got a 1984, Another bicentennial. Flip this over to see what year is. 1981. Philadelphia mint mark. 1971 right here. And in 1971. All right, my voice is starting to go out on me, so we'll call it an end. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy and have a great day, everyone. Take care.